Don't forget the doc. Several network participants recently called into Dr. Rick Wright's Old School Sundays radio show. Check this out.
Well, that's another story in the music world, right? John Kellogg from Cleveland, Ohio this week.
That's right, Doc. Right, how are you?
How things in Cleveland, man?
Oh, very cold, but very good.
So Cleveland is no longer the great mistake on the lake of Lake Erie, huh?
No, it isn't. It's got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We'll be talking about a little bit about that today.
Well, John, you are the assistant director of the Berklee School of Music, Boston, Massachusetts, a graduate of Syracuse University, law degree from Case Western Reserve University, right?
That's
it. And you know all about the business, huh? Hey, John, before you do your bit, man.
Yeah.
It's a story, man. In fact, I just mentioned it on the air, but since I got you, John's probably been listening, and I'm sure his daughter's listening down in Richmond, Virginia. But the other night, man, I was home watching television with Reuben Wright III, my incredible son, man, and during the holidays, and the thrill is gone. The great song done by B.B. Blues Boy King was on the air, man, and I told my son, Reuben, I said, Reuben, the writer of that song is a dear old friend of mine. We worked in radio together by the name of Mr. Rick Darnell.
No kidding.
So what I did, man, I said, boy, what is Rick doing there? And I've been over the years trying to find him, but I really didn't put the effort out like I should have. But that night I put the effort out, you know?
Okay.
So I went over to the internet, man, and Googling his name, and the thrill is gone, and up on the screen came all kind of information, but a piece of information that I was not ready to receive was on the screen. Rick had just died.
Oh, boy, isn't that something?
He died on Christmas Eve, man.
Just a week ago?
Just a week ago.
Oh, boy, isn't that something?
And I called the funeral home, man, and his daughter called me a few minutes ago. I'm going to have her on air this afternoon about 10 minutes after 5, as we dedicate the show today to the memory of Mr. Rick Darnell, R.D., songwriter of The Thrill Is Gone, and I tell you what, he took care of business with regards to that song, man.
Oh, sure he did. Big hit.
Oh, man, it was a major hit, and I never forget we were at WLLE Radio, and the mailman used to come to the radio station with the mail, you know, and Rick used to get those big checks, man. And it was a BMI, Broadcast Music Incorporated song, and he had his big certificate on the wall, and he would open up the envelope and look at me with a big smile on my face and say, hey, Rick, Tune's doing good, man. Tune is doing nice, as mother's advice, man.
He got paid, not played, right?
He got paid and don't play it. And John, tell us how we can get rich in the music industry.
All right, Don. Happy New Year to you.
Here's
your biz report for this week. A report on the business behind the music, because everybody knows somebody in the music business. Once again, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio, and in today's Cleveland Plain Dealer, the arts section's lead article was on the 50th anniversary of Motown Records. That's right, 50 years ago this month, Berry Gordy started Motown Records with an $800 loan from his family. Over the course of those 50 years, Berry's Motown produced over 100 number one singles and countless number one albums. There will be several activities recognizing Motown's 50th anniversary this year. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum in Cleveland will have a year-long exhibit of Motown memorabilia titled Motown, The Sound of Young America Turns 50. And in Detroit, at the Motown Historical Museum, the normal admission fee of $10 will be reduced to $5 January 12th through the 16th. And also, Motown Records will release a new box set called Motown, The Complete Number Ones, containing every chart-topping single in the company's history, packaged in a reproduction of the label's Hitsville, USA facility. Now, more importantly, in the words of the last surviving Four Tops member, Duke Fakir, Gordy built futures for people. He had the vision to just keep putting money and creativity around all of us. And that includes the Miracles, the Supremes, the Temptations, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, and others. Smokey Robinson, lead singer of the Miracles and one of the greatest songwriters and producers of all time, says, "We all had a family relationship. Smokey was there at the beginning and is still recording and performing today. And on my recommendation and invitation, he will will be honored with an honorary doctorate degree from Berklee College of Music at its spring commencement ceremony. And lastly, where would the world be without Motown, the company that broke down racial and musical barriers? Clearly, without it, we probably would not be inaugurating the country's first black president in a couple of weeks. So thanks, Berry Gordy, and all the Motown artists that made up that great sound of young America. Remember, every time the music gets played, somebody gets paid. And just like the late R.D., he got paid, not played.
Oh, thank you so much for mentioning R.D. Rick Donnell. John Kellogg, Esquire. And John, what's the name of that great book that you've written?
Take care of your music business, the legal aspects you need to know to grow in the music industry. It's available on Amazon.com.
John, we love you so much, man, and thanks for all that you do. Happy New Year to you, man, and thank you for being my in-resident musical expert. Old School Sunday here at Power 106.9 Radio.
You've got it. Talk to you in a couple of weeks. Peace.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Also, January 9th here in Syracuse at 7:30 p.m. in the Mulroy Civic Center.
Who's that?
Hitsville, USA.
Okay.
And the Spectrum presents an evening of Motown and R&B music with the Syracuse Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, man, that's going to be fantastic.
And I got tickets to give away, and I'll be giving away shortly here at Power 106.9 Radio.
Yeah, they're going to be celebrating that 50th anniversary of Motown all year, so look out for it. It was worth it. It was a great, great time in our lives.
Love you.
Take care. Peace.
John Kellogg, Berklee School of Music, Boston, Massachusetts, and Smokey Robinson will be receiving an honorary doctoral degree sponsored by, guess who? To the Syracuse University Network. Oh, love you, baby. We are getting there. Technologically sophisticated in 2008 from Dr. Rick Wright, Power 106.9 Radio here in Syracuse for the whole world. Loving you, baby. Love you. Yeah. Bye-bye.
The network reminds you that you too may call in to Dr. Rick Wright on Sundays between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in with the doc at area code 315-428-1069. Don't forget the doc.